Chef Mommy in the house. Chef Mommy in the house. Chef Mommy in the house. She's the Chef Mommy. Chef Mommy.
Hello everybody, it's me, Heather Martin, Chef Mommy, and I'm really excited that you tuned into this channel. Thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up. So what I'm making today is gonna be a casserole that I saw on the cover of a magazine, and I am literally going to wing it and veganize it and make it something that my family and hopefully your family can eat, and that it will be yummy. This will be my first time making it right here on the camera, so I'm crossing both fingers that it'll turn out okay. So the first thing that they called for was ground beef, so I'm gonna exchange that ground beef for the ultimate beefless ground round that is gluten-free, that is vegan. I'm gonna put a whole 2 cans of tomatoes, and I'm going to put them in the skillet. Now the regular recipe calls for you, of course, to brown the meat, but since we're using veggie meat, there's not that much browning to do. All right. So this is kind of like this is our ground beef mixture, and I'm gonna add the taco seasoning sleeve to it and hope that we don't make it too salty. It always says add a little bit of water to it, so that's what we're gonna do, about 1/3 cup of water to it, what the directions said. So I'm gonna do that. That tastes pretty good. As my mother would say, I'm gonna add a pinch of sugar. Just a pinch. Because those tomatoes kind of sour. That always takes the edge off. All right, isn't that pretty? So now we're gonna move on to the next step of this. Okay, so step number 2 is you have to make some cornbread to be able to make this recipe. So the recipe on the magazine said to use some boxed cornbread, and that would be okay if you could find one that's vegan or that's safe, that doesn't have whatever, but to absolutely eliminate any chances for one of my kids to get sick, I just prefer making it myself since it's so easy. So I have 1 cup of cornmeal, boom, 1 cup of flour, just my preferred ratio of corn to all-purpose unbleached flour. Put 1 teaspoon of salt in this, and then I'm gonna put, because we don't want it to be super sweet, I'm just gonna put 1 tablespoon of cane sugar in it. And then I'm gonna do 3 teaspoons of baking powder. And you wanna get the aluminum-free baking powder. Any way we can avoid things that are bad for us and that are not good for your kids. You do not want aluminum in the things that you're consuming. So there it is. And you just wanna give your dry ingredients a twirl. Swirl it up. I thought this was a really interesting recipe, and we are going to find out together today if it's yay or nay. All right, so I think I've got them all combined there, and now I'm trying to measure this as I go for you guys, because I never really measure exactly how much milk I put in. So I'm just gonna go like a little bit at a time, and I have here 2 cups of water. When it looks like the consistency of cornbread, then I just stop. I know that doesn't work for everybody, so you can go 1/4 of a cup at a time. And this whisk, I gotta say goodbye to it, because this is not where it is. I want to say hello and welcome to all of the new people who've been following us. It seems like every day we get a new subscriber. Yay! That's awesome. And if you guys will tell everybody you know about Chef Mommy every day, we'll just keep growing and growing, and that makes me so happy. All right. So I'm thinking for this that I probably should make a little bit more cornbread, because I have a lot of everything else, and this is not looking like it's gonna be enough cornbread. So I am going to double this. I told you this was all an experiment today. Usually before I cook it with you, I've either cooked it before or, you know, I know what I'm doing. But today, I figured this would be fun in the kitchen to see how it turns out. And now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking this is not going to be enough. So So you want to get a 13 by 9 pan and you want to give it a spray so nothing sticks to it. And now you're going to take half of your batter. I'm going to put a cup of corn. It called for a can of corn, but I just did 8 ounces of frozen organic corn in my batter. And I mix that in to the batter. Yeah. Can't go wrong with corn in your corn bread. And I'm just gonna guesstimate half of this batter. Like that, looks like about half of the batoa, of the batter. And then after that, gonna make it just like you do a so guys, you need some Fritos for this recipe, and you need some cheese. So I have 2 cups of vegan cheeses, and for me, I just use what I had on hand in my refrigerator. I love BioLife cheese. The whole brand of BioLife cheese is yummy and amazing, and it tastes a lot like real cheese. And so I have that. I have a little bit of mozzarella by Daya. And I had 2 colors. I had the mature cheddar and the regular cheddar. So I'm gonna use half of this mixture right now. But first I'm gonna layer, this is a lot of stuff. I'm gonna layer half of this mixture. So it's like you're making a casserole, because that's exactly what it is. All right, so this is a casserole, guys. And just like any casserole, it has layers, just like lasagna, all of that. So on the bottom, I put half of my cornbread mixture. Then I layered it with the meat and tomato and rice mixture. And then I topped it with some cheese. And what I'm gonna do now is gonna be amazing. We're gonna add, it calls for 2 cups of corn chips. So we're gonna put 1 cup of corn chips on this right now. Boom, shakalaka, 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 boom. Booyah. And then the other thing that it calls for, you guys, I know people have a lot of different recipes for sour cream, but I use Better Than Sour Cream by Tofu Foodie, and it calls for a cup. And you want to add all of this to this layer, because I'm gonna layer in that sour cream, and I've never baked with sour cream like this, tofu, so this is gonna be an adventure. We'll see how it turns out today. Also have some black olives, and I'm gonna put half of the black olives on it right now too, because we like black olives around here. And I'll save some for the top, so the top will be just as pretty. All right. Time for, this might bake right on out of this painting. Time for layer number 2. And some green stuff I'm gonna add. But I think this is ready to go into the oven, and I'm going, because I filled it to the brim, I'm gonna put something underneath it so that it doesn't leak all over my oven. And we'll see What do you think, guys? Are we gonna love this? Is it gonna come out right? Is it gonna taste delicious? I have a feeling. Ma, what do you think? I have a feeling it's gonna taste great. All right, I'm gonna pop it in the oven and tell you what it show you what it looks like in the oven. All right, an hour, 55 to 60 minutes, or until the cornbread is done all the way through. All right, but look at that. Ooh, yeah. So I am just going to scoop myself some out randomly because this is where I was picking at it. All right, let's taste it. God is great, God is good, and we thank Him for our food. Amen. Oh. If you don't like this, then you should probably be checked out. Most delicious. It's so yummy. It's incredible. I think we have a winner. Probably shouldn't have a helping as big as mine. But man, this is delicious and incredible. Remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And I'm so sorry. Talking with a full mouth. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Nothing is too big for you. If God be for you, who can be against you? You can rely on His strength. When God says that nothing's too big for you, it means that He's going to be there for you. He's going to bear those burdens with you. Every day, I have to believe it. And so I encourage myself as I encourage you. But until then, make yourself this taco cornbread casserole.